So we've done Series A, we've done Series B. Now let's move on and do the Series Seed portion of this waterfall. So overall, this is extremely similar to the Series A. No major differences, but I'm going to walk through it anyway because I want to make sure that everybody gets it and there's no problems there. So let's get set up. So the Series Seed participation cap, that's the same. We want to say if it's participating, so that's it right there, equals 1. Then let's reference the cap table participation cap that was set for the Series Seed earlier, or you can change this one. Otherwise, make it 0. So that's simple. And in this one, of course, we're going to lock in I8 and cap table K44. So the max participation amount, that's the same as well. No difference. We are just going to use a different share count. Once again, we're going to reference this shares left after Series A liquidation, and we're going to reference the Series Seed shares, not the Series A shares. But overall, very similar to what is in Series A. So we're going to say if C39 equals 0, then divide the Series Seed shares, which is B8, by the shares left after the Series A liquidation. So that gives you the percentage of the remaining shares that is owned by Series Seed, and multiply that by the residual left for others. So that would give us how much the Series Seed deserves in this scenario. Otherwise, multiply the cap times the cost, or what was invested in the Series Seed round. Okay, so, and in this one we'll lock in E8 and we'll lock in B8. Series Seed as if converted, so that's no change there except for using the Series Seed share count rather than the Series A share count. So this one, it's going to be Series Seed shares divided by the shares left after Series A liquidation multiplied by the residual left for the others here. Okay, and we want to lock in B8 on that one, so that one moves. Okay, Series Seed liquidation preference on multiple. So we still are doing the same thing here. So we're saying if the residual per share is less than what was paid per share by the Series Seed, then if that's true, then we'll do another if statement and we say if the residual left for others is less than the cost right here, the liquidation preference dollar amount right here, then just give us what's left for others, the residual left for others. Otherwise, give us the liquidation preference. So we'll do that real quick. We'll say if the residual per share is less than what was paid per share, 571 by Series Seed. And then we'll do another if statement within that if statement and say if the residual left for others is less than liquidation preference dollar amount, then give us all of what's left for others. So we're going to take whatever's remaining, common, we'll get nothing. Otherwise, give us our liquidation preference dollar amount. And then it's going to be liquidation preference dollar amount again, which I'm going to have to re-add into that. So I messed that up a little bit. We'll do another comma, and then F8 again. Here. Okay. And let's lock in F8, 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 D8. Series Seed participation amount. So the Series Seed participation amount is the if statement again. If I8, so if the Series Seed is participating, if it has a participating preference equals 1, then select the minimum of the following function, or the following formula, which is if C40, the max participation amount, minus the liquidation preference on multiple, is less than 0, then just give us 0. Let's keep us from getting a negative number there, like I mentioned above. Otherwise, whoops, comma. Otherwise, take the series seed shares, divide them by the shares left after Series A liquidation. We've done this several times already, and multiply that by the residual left for others minus the liquidation preference on multiple. Close that out with a 0 at the end. Of course, there we are. Okay, so the total series seed liquidation preference, and this is where the this is the last complicated formula we'll do on this page. So once again, it's if the participation cap is greater than 0, so same as what we've done before. If that's true, calculate another if statement, which is the sum of the liquidation preference on multiple plus the participation amount. And if that's greater than the max participation amount, then give us the max participation amount. Otherwise, give us the sum of these two. And round it out with the sum of these two. So if it's false from the get-go, will give us the sum of those two. Okay, so total series seed proceeds would be the max of the liquidation preference, the total liquidation preference, or the as if converted. And the residual left for others is the, let's see, residual left for others right here, minus what is taken by the series seed. Shares left, that is just the shares left after Series A liquidation, minus what was distributed in Series C. And let's see, the residual per share is, like we've talked about already, nothing's changed there. The residual left for others divided by how many shares left, which is still 0 right here. So that is the series seed. Let's drag it out and see if everything is working correctly. Well, I'll tell you what, I know it's we need to go in and lock a couple of cells. So we need to lock B8 in that cell. We need to lock, that cell's fine. We need to lock I8, C43, B8 and C43. And I think that's pretty good at keeping up with everything else. So let's drag it across, see if it works. Looks like we're still getting the same share price all the way down over here. So I think we're good. And that is how you do the series seed portion of the liquidation model.